Alrighty boys, welcome back to another step-by-step video. Now in today's video, to start it out, we're going to be going over a nitro over on Consulate. Now this one is going to be over for the top floor. This is going to be for when an enemy team is trying to repel into the admin. You want to be careful of your break room window so that way you don't get wallbang like how I did at the beginning of this clip. And basically, all you're doing here is you're just waiting for audio of the enemy team to repel in, toss your nitro out over the top of the reinforced wall to get yourself free kills. Now to get us started in today's video, we're going to be over on Fortress. We're going to be playing Sentry. We're going to be defending the dorm's bomb site. Now typically when I play this bomb site, I like to play typically in games here, like in this specific spot by Tetris. And then I like to play cross angle with someone playing shield on the reinforcement for vending towards the like tower staircase basically. And basically my idea here is that I will essentially be playing the ACOG like in the middle of the bomb site, so like I can swing through the rotate. I can replace the shield guy for vending, which is actually going to be what happens on this round. I could play long angle for dorms. There's a lot of options, so I'm basically kind of just waiting to see what the enemy team does, basically, is the idea. And so right here, my teammate's going to die on the vending shield, so I'm going to go and instant rotate onto it. Now right here, I am going to start lagging, but the enemy team is going to Grim here, and what's going to end up happening here is they also have a Monty. Now, unfortunately for the enemy team, they don't have a way of actually getting rid of the shield, so I'm able to just position myself behind the shield, and they can't actually get rid of me, even though I'm beat out, and they know exactly where I am. And the Monty can't walk up on me either until they get rid of the pipe that's on the wall right next to me. So Monty in this position is just stuck sitting. Now in this position, it's going to go down to a 2v4. All I can really do in positions like this is kind of just rely on my other teammate that's alive to like shut down his side of the map. So the enemy team in this position is they're going to go ahead and open up the single wall. The idea that they're thinking is that they would basically smoke out for a default plant, but I'm going to go ahead and just watch them do that, and then as they go for it, I'm just going to go ahead and kill Habana, and then we're going to go ahead and run in. We're going to go ahead and knife the Monty. He's obviously going to be going for a turtle plant, so it's a free kill, and then that's going to go ahead and put us into a 2v1 position. The last guy in this position is actually going to come from the same place as the Monty and the Habana here. He's going to walk up the staircase and kill one of my teammates, and then in this position, I'm like, you know what probably is the most unexpected thing for me to do is to just go ahead and ego challenge here to kill the last guy. By the way, guys, this is over on PC servers over on console crossplay. So I'm turning on crossplay to PC on my console, and that's what these two initial clips are going to be based off of, are going to be PC lobbies from console, basically. I've actually been really enjoying console to PC lobbies, honestly, recently. And the reason why is because I just feel like the level of, like, I guess gameplay is a lot higher, if that makes sense, on PC lobbies than it is on console. Like, on console, one thing I noticed is that people tend to play a lot more, like, running gun, ego chow type of thing. But on PC, it seems like people are actually going, like, decent operators. They're usually going for, like, some kind of, like, play, usually, so it's like a lot more enjoyable to play, I've noticed. Obviously, one of the issues with PC lobbies when I'm a console player is that my frames are much worse than the PC players, so I have to essentially play a lot better than I normally do just to be able to get kills, you know what I mean? And honestly, I have been like noticing though that it's been making me improve a lot more recently. So you're going to see on this round, we have the main wall open. We're going to try to go ahead and open up that single wall for games. And right here, all I'm doing now is I'm waiting for my striker to come over with EMP so we can go ahead and get this wall open. But since my team is playing super aggressive, I'm going to go ahead and actually play aggressive as well and try to look for at least like a refrag if one of my teammates dies. You're going to see right there one of my teammates dies. I swing aggressively, look for refrag. I end up catching a Fenrir for free, and we go ahead and get secure to refrag. And then now we're in a nice 2v2 position. We know one guy's in dorms that just killed our teammate. We know the other guy in this position, based off of my teammate's callouts, is going to be on the dorm's doorway. You're going to see right here, this is where the mirror is. I'm going to go ahead and light this guy up to 1 HP. And so what I'm like doing here is I'm going to go ahead and check to see if anyone's holding me for dorms. No one's holding me for dorms, so I flash ping the mirror. I'm going to go ahead and walk in this position. I'm going to go ahead and kill the mirror that I lit up to 1 shot, because obviously he's going to be tucked on his doorway. The last guy in this position is obviously going to look for the refrag, or he's going to run away. So I go ahead and immediately look for the gunfight. right away when I'm in the 1v1, even though it's match point, instead of looking for the plant, because I know that he has to either run away or take a gunfight with me. And my teammate called out that he was also 1 HP, which tells me that I can go ahead and get aggressive in that position. And 99% of the time, I'm going to win that gunfight if he's 1 HP, because all I have to do is pre-fire around the corner. And as long as I see him at least a little bit, I'm going to always get that free kill. Right there, I actually didn't pre-fire, but I just waited until I like registered him on my screen, if that makes sense. And then I started shooting. And it still was all good in that position as well. I think the only way Rooney wins right there is if he swings around that corner and gets like a one-tap on me or something, you know what I mean? I think something a lot of people don't really realize is that even if you're like on console facing PC players, is that a lot of the times, like if say the PC player is like 1 HP, a lot of the times you're still going to be able to get damage onto them before they're actually able to kill you, because it actually takes like a lot of I guess like skill and also a little bit of luck, I imagine, to just perfectly hit the headshot like every single time in all of your gunfights, you know what I mean? In such a fast-paced game like Rainbow Six Siege. So what that means is that even console players, when they go on PC, have a chance of killing PC players, because obviously they it's not like every single time you're just gonna get one tap. Obviously, you might if you're playing against some cheaters, but you know most of the time you're not gonna just get immediately domed. Now in this position, the enemy team is pushing over by like office side. They're pushing Geisha in this position, and they're also pushing Shrine in this position. Holy tongue twister! I don't know why. But basically in this position, we need to get aggressive. Right here, we're going to actually toss a nitro at this terrace door. We're actually going to end up injuring Grim. That was outside of Geisha. He ends up rotating the terrace. I injure him with this nitro cell here. I actually don't know that I injure him here in this position, but he is injured. And then the last guy in this position is going to be Shrine. He's going to go ahead and be playing this long angle on me. I go ahead and try to do like a couple of pre-fire shots, but I'm not able to get it. But then right here, I'm going to go ahead and swing aggressively a little bit more wider than I normally would, with the expectation that he's on a wide angle here. And then I'm going to go ahead, or not on a wide angle, but that he's actively holding me, and go ahead and pre-fire him to get myself a free kill and secure the round. I don't know if I've ever really brought that up before, but a lot of the times when you do like pre-fire shots, like pre-fire, like just pre-fire shots and like don't hit anybody, but you're like kind of close, if that makes sense. A lot of people, what they'll end up doing is they'll actually like, they'll try to play like an unexpected angle, if that makes sense, and they'll hold it a lot of the times, like in response to that, or they'll just like wide swing into you. It's like one of the two, right? They either like get set up somewhere and just wait for you to swing into them, or they wide swing into you, right? Which is like the two options. I guess there's like a third option where they kind of just like not even challenge you like at all, and they just kind of play off of audio and then swing. But typically a lot of people, especially in lower ranks, I've noticed is that people, like, if you pre-fire towards them and like don't hit them, but like you're like in the general right direction of where they are, like in that position, I knew he was Shrine side, so I pre-fired down that long hallway. So he knows that if he walks on the hallway, I'm going to pre-fire him, right? So what is his response in retaliation to me doing that? He's going to go ahead and he's going to go and just back up a little bit off the pre-fire angle that I was on, and he's just going to hold, and then he's going to wait. He's going to play a passive angle, and he's going to wait for me to basically chow into him, and then he's going to take my head off as long as I'm not able to kill him right away. And you're going to see right there, that's exactly what he does. He just like backs up, holds an angle, and then I go ahead and get myself a free kill. Now in this specific round, we're going to be playing Grim here, where idea for this round is we want to open up the main wall of hard breaches. We want a Grim half wall, we want a Grim piano, we want a Grim master rotate. We want to basically set up for a default plant. Right here, I'm going to go ahead and get a refrag for one of my teammates. They got flanked by Wamai over by blue. The Wamai tried to run back to 45. I'm over on the lobby doorway, so I'm able to catch him. Right here, we're going to kill another guy on the K9 doorway. He tried to do like a prone, like punch hole, I guess, for half wall here. So I'm going to go ahead and get myself an easy kill on him right here. We're going to go ahead and put the right side hard breach on crouch. We're going to put the left side on standing. The reason why we do right side crouch is because it basically enables us to crouch in to get a plant. The left one is so that way we can do cover cross for piano. We can do cover cross for master. Right here, I'm actually exposing myself very slightly to piano, so piano's going to end up injuring me. Luckily, I got some Grims out, so it doesn't really matter. So we're going to go ahead and just start grimming out really hard here. We're going to go ahead and try to look for some kind of like default plant. Since I'm 1 HP now, it makes sense for me to be the one to go in for the default plant. But you're going to see here, I'm going to go ahead and walk in here. They can't really see me, and we're in pretty good shape. There is a guy on my half wall in this position though, so I have to get a little bit aggressive here because I can't just plant Unless my teammate obviously is going to cover me, then I could plant, but I didn't know if they were going to cover me or believe that the player was on half wall, so I go ahead and just swing aggressively to get myself a free kill and secure the round. The next up, we're going to be over on Consulate here. We're going to be defending the basement bomb site. We're going to go run over at the beginning of the round to reinforce tunnel. Now, normally I usually will play for someone to rush tunnel. I believe in this specific round or game, we were playing against some champs, and they punished me for it for the previous round. So basically, what I mean by that is they had somebody like push Visa early round. They walked on the tower staircase, and then they just know that I'm in tunnel. So then they just waited for me to rotate back to kill me for free is the idea. Now, on this specific round, I decided, okay, if they're going to go for stuff like that, I'm going to play for Visa and play for nitro below for one of the either the window or the double doorway. They end up going through the window here. I'm going to go and actually floor bang someone through the floor of my shotgun in this position. And then we're going to go ahead and try to nitro to see if we can kill somebody that was playing inside of Visa. And then unfortunately, a lot of my teammates are just going to go ahead and die in this position, so it's going to turn into a 2v4 position. And these type of positions, you kind of have to get more aggressive. So you're going to see here, I'm going to see someone cross my teller's doorway here and go towards bottom spiral. I'm going to swing teller's doorway. I'm going to hear someone on my right. He's going to fall down the hatch, so we're going to peek back towards spiral. We're going to get one kill in spiral. We're going to go and drop the hatch, or we're going to kill Nomad. Twitch is going to be top spiral earlier, so we know Twitch is going to be trying to come down spiral at some point. I'm like, instead of me taking the gunfight right here on spiral and forcing the 1v1, I can go ahead and just back up, play long angles with my teammate here, and then we're going to be in good shape. All we got to do is just play DMRs, and we're going to be all happy and good to go. Because the only real way for Twitch to win, this is another one of those positions that I always talk about where it's like, the only way for Twitch to win in this position is that he has to essentially peek into the DMR and basically get like a head tap, basically. Like, it's the only way he like actually wins, you know what I mean? If he doesn't get the head tap, then we pretty much just like one tap him basically, because the DMRs, as you guys know, are usually one shot kills. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take another long angle cross angle with the DMR here, so I'm holding for the hallway. He's actually going to be pushing for a spiral in this position. I believe he's just like jiggle peeking, trying to kill my tuber out. And so what we're going to do is we're going to play like a nice little off angle here. He's going to end up walking a little bit too far forward on the pre-fire, and I'm going to go ahead and one tap him to secure the round. Well, anyway guys, hope you guys enjoyed today's step-by-step video. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!